Is being a successful dentist too stressful? My name is Paul, Dr. Nacho Goodman, dentist of 2 decades, practice owner of 15 years, and that answer is definitely yes. Being a dentist is part awesome, part annoying, all the time exhausting. So on Talking Nachos, we are bringing you amazing key resources and sponsors that are here to de-stressify your life, here to make you feel less like this on the inside part of your body. What does Dental Nachos do? We're here to help you increase success, decrease stress, and reduce the number of times you feel like crying inside a day, because that's where dentists and people in dental offices have to keep their crying. Before I start our show, I want to bring up we are having a Dental Nachos Fall CE Conference this fall in Philadelphia. We're going to talk about building a fee-for-service dream team. We're going to talk about how to decrease annoyance with dental insurance. We're going to talk about how to communicate with patients. It's going to be fun food, friends in Philadelphia. You do not want to miss it. To join that show and get to join that CE event and get an awesome discount, text the word Travis. My team can bring that up to 215-543-6454. So I'm ready for my first guest when my team is ready to bring them up. Awesome. So we have a fellow dentist himself running around his dental office, keeping his sweating on the outside, crying on the inside. He's been to Philadelphia events, Dr. Christian Reinecker. Christian, how's your dentisting day going so far?
Pretty busy, but smooth, fairly smooth, let's say.
Yeah, I think what you could say is like it's controlled chaos at all times in a dental.
Yes,
right?
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes crying on the inside, but
so you are part of our Job Connect program, and we just had Addison Killeen on a show. He did the associate manual. We'll get you one of these copies as a free gift for being one of our awesome Job Connect clients. But you are here to talk about you are looking for a dentist to hire.
Yes.
To share the joy of full contact arts and crafts on people that don't want to be there. Absolutely. That's what being a dentist is. So Christian, tell us a little bit about your practice, where it is. We'll bring up your text code here too so people can reach out to you.
Sure.
So why you're looking for an associate.
Sure. So our practice is, we actually have 2 practices, which is a new development. But our main practice is Reinecker Dental Group, which is in Reading, Pennsylvania. So it's about an hour outside of Philly, maybe an hour and 15 to Center City. And we have another practice, which is called Revere Dental Associates, which is in Sinking Spring, which is a little bit further out. Our younger doctors are rotating through both practices. And we probably 70% PPO, 30% fee for service. The Revere location is probably more 50-50. And the situation is that we have been in practice here for about 5 years in our new location. There's 4 doctors, 2 full-time and 2 2 to 3 day a week senior doctors. And we found ourselves in a situation of helping out another dentist who was sick, unfortunately. And we have been covering his office for the last 4 months, and recently decided to take over and purchase, and we closed on that practice on Friday, but have been working there for about 4 months.
Congratulations, you're the owner of another dental circus. Circus. Yeah. So how many dentists do you currently have working with total there?
We currently have 4, and we're looking for somebody to add to our team full time. Very, very busy, to the point that we know that we need help, and looking for somebody who's a good fit. A great personality fit is obviously very important, but
I'd like to bring up now, Christian, my failed dreams of being an NBA basketball player. That was my real dreams. My parents lied to me. Not all dreams come true when you grow to be 5'9". But you need a 5th person to fill out your basketball team.
Yes, you do.
One of the things I like to bring to life, because you have a practice similar to mine, we have 2 locations, we have multiple dentists. It's awesome to have the camaraderie of multiple dentists that you can go to for support, whether that's in person or via text. That's something you guys do for each other. Share questions, patient challenges, help each other check hygiene. Is that part of your guys' team play?
That is, and to be honest, having people at different stages in their careers, I think, has helped grow the practice. Everybody's coming at it from a slightly different perspective. And I'd say there's pretty much no clinical situation we haven't been able to handle because we have somebody who at some point has experienced that. for the first couple of years of my practice, I did practice by myself, and you feel very isolated. And I know
It's quite lonely.
yeah, I remember just I will say I wouldn't be where I am today without that situation, but having everybody else there makes it much more, well, it makes it more fun, but I think it makes the care better because you do have that sounding board every time you are in between a check or in a situation you're just sort of not used to.
I love when people describe that, because for a
Yeah.
while before Dental Nachos, I was doing solo practice ownership at our satellite practice.
Yep.
So you described it as you wouldn't be there where you were without it. But I'm going to guess you don't want to go back to that life.
You couldn't pay me enough money to go back.
That's why I say, I don't know how old your kids are, but I have a 3-year-old and she's, I don't know what the words for it. She's insane. So
Yeah.
I'm on the street and people go, that is the best time of your life. Make sure you're grateful, Paul. That is the best time of your life. And I go, oh, how old are your kids? They go, 40. My kids are 40. I go, okay, hold on. Do you wish they were 3 again? They go, oh God, no. And I say, that is such a weird way to describe the best time of your life. But
I got the 4 and 6-year-old, so I'm right there with you, man. So
yeah. Now let's dig into the details. I know you have to face it. We're in Reading, PA area, and outside that. How many days a week are you looking for an associate? Full-time, part-time?
So full-time, and we consider full-time 4 days. I mean, obviously, I will tell you that our practice could undoubtedly, if somebody said I wanted to work 5 days, we could absolutely accommodate that. But full-time,
Dentisting hours are dog year hours, so 4 days is good. Now,
4 days is good for me. You couldn't get me to. I with covering this other office, I've been working 5, and I'm at my limit now.
I know that feeling. Now, tell us about what procedures will this dentist be doing most of the time?
Okay.
Crowns, fillings, extractions. What procedures most?
So I would say 99% of what we do is, crown and bridge, lots of implants. We don't do the surgical placement in our office. Our main office in Exeter is about 5 feet from our oral surgery colleagues, and we have a very nice reciprocal relationship that we sort of made the decision not to place. I'm not against placement, but for us, from a business scenario, that we're so busy with the other stuff, I haven't felt the need to add that element to the practice at this point. So mostly restorative dentistry. We do quite a bit of full arch implant treatment.
Cool.
Full arch hybrids, obviously, removable crown and bridge. We do a fair amount of root canals. Of our 4 doctors, only really 2 of us do extractions. One is me. The other one is my father, who's one of my associates, if you can say your dad's an associate when he doesn't listen to you.
I like that.
But
he said, "Bro, I don't own this place anymore. I'm just an associate."
Oh yeah. Well, hey, Dad, can you do this? No, I can't. Yeah, so sorry, but no, he. So we will do extractions primarily, again, with the proximity to oral surgery. I sort of leave it up to choice. I would never have an associate that did not want to do extractions and say, if you're here, you got to do it. Same thing with endo. We have a very good community up here in Reading with lots of, quite frankly, talented specialists that I would have never thought are in Reading, Pennsylvania. So we got a good group here and very close relationships with the group. So we're able to focus on, I early on in my career, I did a lot of, I did some perio surgeries and I did, some implant placement. And as my career has changed, I've found that if I'm this busy with the other stuff, it's better to just focus on the stuff that I
just say you focus on what's fun for me. I focus on what's fun for me. So we got the location, what they're going to do. Now, just give us an idea. You don't have to say $128,000, but how will your associate be, before we wrap up, how will your associate be compensated? They say, hey, Christian, I can go there. I can do those procedures, but I got student loans. I got to eat food. How will they be compensated?
So we do a daily guarantee. And then in our area, sort of standard is about 30% of production. I'm sorry. 30% of production, not collections. And we do no lab costs up to $4,000 per month.
Nice.
So
it's nice perk.
Yep. So unless you start getting into a whole bunch of full arch hybrid type cases, you're really not doing that. I think the only one who routinely hits that lab bill is thus far has been me. I've been the one primarily doing the full arch cases. My younger associate has one in the works, and we're going to work on it together.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be her first case.
See? Full contact arts and crafts together.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
nice. Not even arts and crafts. That's like video game stuff. That's even better.
Yeah. So I offer health insurance for the doctor, a CE stipend, obviously coverage of licensure and whatnot, and yeah. So
Awesome. What you've described is a really awesome opportunity to be part of a team, learn from other dentists. You're in an area, only an hour and 15 minutes from Philly. People can text this number to learn more. But if someone wants to just check out your website, Christian,
Sure.
what would be the best website to check out?
So the best website is www.reinekerdentalgroup.com. The other office, like I said, we just officially closed, so the website isn't up and running yet for the Revere Dental location, but it will be. But it's going to be the same, not necessarily the same team, but the same doctors crossing over. I did want to make a point. One of the things that is important for me is mentorship,
Nice.
because I was lucky enough to practice with my dad and have some of his buddies always sort of there to bounce ideas off of. We do have the satellite location, but I like the idea of a rotation out there because I never want to put a new dentist out on an island and say, hey, go.
Yeah,
go.
It's really smart of you to do that. I mean,
fair.
I always like, dentist ideas sometimes are just like, what are they? They're insane. Like, I'm going to get an associate, put them on a day I don't work with a team member that's new. So love what you share. I'm going to let you go back to your patients, Christian, but can't wait to see you in the fall. You're going to be at the Travis event.
Yep.
And
I'll be there tonight too.
Oh, cool. Come tonight. We're going to have some associates there. Look at this. We have 2 people on the show who's going from TV to in person. Is this my birthday? It feels like my birthday, Nacho.
It must awesome,
be. Christian. I'll see you there. Thanks so much.
Yep. Have a good one.
Guys. So as you guys can see, Dentist Job Connect strives so hard to bond dentists together in a fun, amazing, affordable way. I'm ready to interview my next guest, and my team's ready to bring them up. Awesome. Mike Matthews from Fire Gang Dental. He's been on the show before. Awesome sponsor. Mike, reorient our group. If someone's like, hey, what does Fire Gang do to help dentists? What would you say?
Yeah, so I'll say 2 things. Number one, obviously, we help dentists by driving the right new patients in record numbers with laser-like precision in a predictable, repeatable, and scalable fashion, right? But really how we're helping dentists right now beyond that is, everybody's scared of, all the economists are saying, hey, a recession's coming, right? So during economic uncertainty, at the very least, we're really helping dentists crush it. When everybody else is playing it safe and shutting down, it's the dentists who are not playing it safe that are crushing it. It happened during COVID. It happened during 2008. So
tell me a little bit about this. So dentists often turn off the wrong expenses out of fear. So just maybe, share with our audience that they're a dental practice owner. They say, I don't know, what is the value of increasing your marketing budget, and especially focusing on patients that are, like I said to Christian, fun for you, but also profitable for the practice?
Right. So what I will say, and then I'm going to ask you a question to answer your question, is, what happens, during a recession, right? What do people who have money do during a recession when stock markets go down? What do? They buy stocks, right? And they buy property. The first thing that normally goes for dentists during economic uncertainty is marketing. Wrong choice.
Right.
Because here's why. Well, there's a number of reasons, but here's the big ones. Everybody else around you is going to stop spending, right? Most of them are going to play it safe. So what's going to happen? And I can give you 2 cases. This is from April of 2020 to December of 2020, when COVID really started hitting and the recessions and the shutdowns happened. 9-month average. Dr. Nicole in Indiana, her $1,000 per month spend on Google ads, because everybody else around her shut down and the cost per ads went down, she got a value of $4,000 for $1,000. And
That's
she
awesome.
went from an average of 40 new patients a month to 90 new patients.
Great ROI. What I would like to pause and share, and you guys can share Mike's text number of Fire Gang, is with dentistry, and you heard Dr. Reinecker just talk about it, we're living through this magical time where patients need their teeth are retiring and they're ready to be replaced. And they cannot always time that. So whether it happens during a recession, economic growth, they still need to eat food. And many of these patients that you bring in have saved for this, might have an IRA that they have plenty of money in to do, or they're just going to value that over another purchase. I always say, eating food is a pretty pleasurable part of my life, one of the top. So are you finding that your dentists with getting these right new patients are reporting back to you saying, hey, I was able to close this case. Hey, we were able to get the patient to do it in any type of economic times?
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, just to be clear, to plan to recession-proof your practice, and we have a bundle that we're happily able to send to Dental Nachos folks. Doing those things are the same things that you'll want to do during normal times, right? But like I said, Dr. Nicole, where she went from where she spent $1,000 and got $4,000 in an ad return, basically on average, 40 new patients to 90 new patients per month over a 9-month average, right? And her average annual value of her patient during COVID shutdowns went from $1,500 to $2,200. That's stupid.
Yeah, the value you're sharing is what should be taught in dental school, because whether you want to help people chew and smile with confidence, whether you want to keep your staff paid, whether you want to make money yourself, they all come together with marketing. And it's nacho nuts to me that we're not talking more about marketing to the right people. If you told me, Paul, I can get you 50 new patients, they all need a class 2 on number 15, I'd say, keep them, Mike. I don't need those people right now. I got enough on my practice. If you said, hey, Paul, I can bring in patients who are sleep apnea cases or cosmetic dentistry or clear aligners or implants. So I always like to do this. I like people to go from learning about what someone does to momentum. You guys layer in so much value. You give away free books, free consults. Let's just talk about this. Someone's watching. They want to work with Fire Gang. They text in. What happens on that first call?
So, well, first of all, what they're going to get if they write in or they go to firegang.com/nachos book, they're going to get a free recession-proof your practice bundle. It's literally the biggest thing we've ever given away, and we're going to give to Dental Nachos folks. First of all, they're going to get this gold, I don't know if you can see it, gold jump drive, right? Which is going to be 10 guides. Emergency dental marketing, growing your practice post-pandemic, phone scripts, conversion scripts, all the things they need. They're getting that. They're getting 2 books, the 2 dental marketing books that we have. They're getting 3 case studies on practices that survived and thrived during a pandemic. They're getting a by invitation only invitation to our masterclass that we're doing Next Health next month on recession proofing the practice. They're getting a VIP invite to our dental marketing mastery inner circle, and they're getting a one-on-one with myself or one of my other practice growth directors. They're getting a recession proof your practice strategy session, which is not a sales call, where we're going to walk through what they're doing today, give them absolute pristine clarity on what they need to do by themselves without a marketing company to recession proof their practice, and a recession proof your practice checklist.
Well, I love Checklist for Success. That is awesome, Mike. I know you're down at Orlando. I really admire all you do to run around this world, kind of like me, helping dentists. People can text Fire Gang to 215-543-6454. We're going to get you to Philly for a cheesesteak soon enough.
I'm coming. My brother's there. I'm coming.
Thanks, Mike. Have a great day.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
So as you guys see, we practice owner looking to bond with a dentist, marketing company looking to help you recession-proof your practice. I'm ready to interview our next guest when we are ready to bring them up. We have the awesome Pete Johnson from a great name company, Lasso. I love names that make you lean forward and say, what does this company do? I know what you guys do, Pete, but let's just say we're introducing you to our Nacho community, awesome key resource and sponsor. You get up every day, and what do you do to help dentists?
Yeah, so we focus on the power of video in marketing, and a lot like, Mike from Fire Game was talking about how we can verify the ROI of our marketing services. So many practices have fallen into the trap or went into a relationship with a marketing company with false expectations. Yeah. So we really want to make a transparent, level playing field, and our integrated ROI dashboard syncs up with the practice management software to deliver real patient data. So instead of looking at complicated analytics reports of where you rank, how many people searched for you, so on and so forth, we're pulling back real patient data to show how many leads came in, which channels they came from, when they scheduled, completed an appointment, and then most importantly, the production that those new patients are bringing in. And since we have the integration, we're pulling directly from the practice management software and only tracking new patients. So we really just want to be able to verify.
You guys can bring up Pete's text code for Lasso. I love that, those things, that how you kind of integrate together. And also you mentioned something about video. I'm a huge fan of video. My coaches have helped me understand the power of this. People thought I was always this guy running around with my phone. taken videos, but I really have grown to be that person when I see how engaging it is. Tell us some more about just the power of video for dentists and how that helps them.
Oh, I mean, video is by far the most powerful medium when it comes to advertising. It allows you to create a true and authentic connection with your patients before they pick up the phone, schedule online, text you, whatever it might be. You can showcase who you are, the technology you use to create a better patient experience, how you treat your patients, actually let them tell stories about how you've changed their lives. Video is by far the most powerful type of marketing that you can add. And it's something that you can do on your own, just like you just referred to. We all carry around 4K
pick up
cameras.
phone, put it at face.
Start recording stuff, and it's perfect for patient testimonials too. Like that's something we all know, the power of online reviews, like on Google, Yelp, so on and so forth. But you should be also adding videos of your patients speaking, because that gives that extra social proof and social validation that these new patients are seeking when looking to make a decision.
I like things, Pete, that you can use for more one thing. Like this hoodie is great for the gym and formal events. Okay, so
exactly.
These videos, I have a 60-second video of a Patriot fan saying how much he likes his implant overdenture. That's helped me with my morale. Probably going to help me produce maybe not millions of dollars of dentistry. It's on all of my channels, but the best part, Pete, is I have it on my phone. So when a patient goes, I don't know if it's worth the money. I don't know if it's going to say, that's totally normal. Let's look at this patient.
Just watch this. Yes.
Thank you. And what's kind of magical in a cool way, I'm, great friends with Studio 88. They're doing a website, and I love them. They're sponsors. That website, yes, it's for my documented story. But a lot of times, like Gary Vee says, produce story. Just when you document on your phone, it seems so real, right? Just like you're showing a video of your grandkids or your dog. So patients love that. And inspiring them to do more of that is just so key to getting the patients that they want in their office.
I could not agree more. And a lot of times, especially for social media, that authentic grainy footage captured on your cell phone is going to be a lot more engaging. Yes, there's a lot of value to high production, like actually getting out there with nice cameras, nice equipment. But again, some video content is better than no video content. So if you're worried about the cost of getting a video crew out there, to start recording on your own. And then the beauty of a company like ours is we do not charge additional fees for video shoots and photo shoots. All of our packages include an annual refresh of your video and photo content, as well as your website, because content is the foundation to your marketing strategy. What makes a website custom is not the way it's designed, it's the content that lives on the website. So in order for our clients to continue having success in ongoing years, we need to make sure that we're refreshing that content as things are constantly changing.
And that's why I love having multiple options on our Nacho plate, because it raises everybody's game, because we're just doing more meaningful marketing pieces that are not just coming off of come to me because I'm the best dentist, come to me so I can change your life. So love that, Pete. Now let's just shift gears a little bit. And, I like to say, aware our community that Lasso helps dentists do this. What's it look like to work with you guys? Do you do an onboarding call? Do you need to review your website? Do you work with new practices, existing practices? Share some of those details with us.
Yeah, so we work with a wide variety of practices, really anyone that's looking to take their marketing to the next level. And one of the beauties about working with us is how quick our onboarding process is. Awesome. We can get a video shoot, photo shoot, and website up within 60 days, and most marketing companies aren't able to do that. So it really helps us is like focusing on that onboarding experience, knowing that these people are paying for services and that we want to get them live as quickly as possible, as they can't realize the benefits of working with us until our marketing services are live and everything is up and running. I
love that. And as we kind of end, my awesome wife is transformed from a kindergarten teacher into a photographer, and she does photo shoots, and everybody thinks something's expensive, even if it's a baby photo shoot for $500, but they say at the end, I'm so glad I did this thing. I'm so glad I invested. Can you think of a client, or maybe, our dentist people, we're magnificently cheap, right? We're spectacularly frugal. Is there a story or a client where you're saying, hey, this person wasn't so sure, but they're so glad that they did this?
Yeah, in fact, I just signed up a client about 3-4 weeks ago, Dr. Anthony DeFont, and he was working with another marketing company previously that sold him on a package that was an exuberant amount of money. And once he saw our prices and the value that we were giving for our prices, he was like, I can't believe I didn't find you guys sooner. He's like, I'm saving money by working with you and getting more products and services. So really, I think anyone would be surprised when looking at our prices. Our most common plan is $1,000 a month. And again, that includes website, video shoot, photo shoot, SEO, video SEO, social media, our integrated ROI software. Most marketing companies are going to charge an arm and a leg for a video shoot alone, where we don't even charge a fee for that. It's just baked into our package.
And what I'm so glad you shared is that we just have so many great resources that people can jump in at different levels so their practice can look awesome online, so they can help more patients. And I really appreciate you guys doing that. I know we're going to spend a lot more time together, hopefully face to face too. You probably can't come from San Diego to the beer garden.
Oh, we're coming out. We're coming out for September though, for the Travis event.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to meet you first. We'll go to the beer garden then. Thanks so much.
Sounds
You're
good.
awesome.
Thank you.
As you guys see through Talking Nachos, you learn about all the stuff they don't teach you in dental school: how to market, how to improve your morale, how to do things inside your practice that are not just inside the operatory, but we do that as well. I'm ready for my next guest, and my team is ready to bring them up. That was Christian we did before. Christian, we have Samad from M Consent, and I'm so glad he's our next guest because I have a funny joke. I saw a meme saying, I hope doctors' offices make enough improvements where I don't have to fill out 72 pages of forms when I sit down for my new appointment. I think that's a great lead for you. M Consent, another great name. Tell us, what does M Consent do, Samad?
So thank you for having me, Paul. What M Consent does is that we help the front offices basically with the paperwork. So we completely eliminate the paper at the front office for the front office, and we save about 35% of the time for the front office, helping them, reduce stress. One thing I get excited about talking about this is that how many dental offices think about what can we provide self-service within our dental practice that patients can do themselves. And This is something that we looked at it, and one of our doctors actually told us that you enabled self-service in our office, where patients basically, instead of filling out all the documentation in the front office, they're able to do it from their home. You're just sending them a text message. They get it done on their phone, on their computers. All the documentation is in your practice management system, and you don't have to worry about printing, scanning, reading that bad handwriting, and don't have to worry about
that. You can bring up Samad's text code. This is a real problem. I've been a dentist for 20 years. And this is going to sound like a joke, but it's actually a real problem. Millie has a 9:00 new patient appointment. 9:28, I go, where's Millie? They go, she's still filling out this paperwork. I go, tell her to sit in the chair. We're going to miss the whole appointment. And every dentist knows that pain of having their schedule thrown off. And then also, Samad, not having the proper information about their medical history, about things like that. So M Consent basically simplifies and streamlines this all through a digital way. Is that the best way to think about it?
Yep, it's everything through digital. So all the patients who can complete online, they complete online. The patients who are not able to do online, when they're in the office, you hand over them an iPad. They fill out on the iPad. Everything goes into your practice management. You don't have to print anything, scan anything. Also, one more thing we added to it is that I know you talk about insurance a lot. So what we do is that as soon as we get the patient information, meaning the insurance information when they fill out, we check the eligibility before they come to the office. So when you get the forms, you also get the eligibility check with their deductions. What are their deductions? What are the benefits and all that stuff? So
there's so much. This is what I would share that you guys do. You de-frictionify the process that's filled with friction, that's filled with somehow the patient thinks now is a good time to talk about their spoiled guac PPO plan and use up 17 minutes of the appointment. So I think, and now people are getting used to this, right? Whether it might be as cliche as getting Ubers on their phone, using the Open Table app, we've at least made it normal to pick up your phone and fill stuff out, which was not always that way. So love that you guys are doing that. As we wrap up tonight, tell me, who is the ideal candidate to work with M Consent? New practice owner, multiple practice owner, any practice owner?
All of the above. So the reason is that any practices that see enough patients where they need help, right? They need help. The first thing they should look for, instead of hiring a new person for the front office, is to find an efficient way to get things done. And which is using M Consent, they'll be able to add to their practice. So I'm going to talk about Live Dental here in Minnesota. What they did is that they were having problems with the patients taking so much time to fill out their paperwork. When they installed M Consent, all their paperwork is done before they come in. they didn't have to hire one more person to add to their office and all the overheads. So they saved about $60,000
Wow.
worth in a year just adding something very easy like M-Consent. So it takes
Well,
people usually ask us how long it takes. We say that we take all your forms, we digitize it for you. You don't have to worry about using any templates. It takes about 2 weeks for us, and you can get onboarded very quickly here.
I mean, this is streamlined communication that's friction-free for you. I've been traveling recently. The dentist is like the pilot. They got so many things to think about. They got so many things to check, and you're helping, get this information in front of the people that need it, whether it's the dentist, the assistant, the front desk, and the hygienist, in a way that's traditionally been laden with a lot of challenges, right? I mean, paperwork challenges have existed. I mean, sometimes back in the olden days, before we even had computers, it's like we would mail the patient, the medical history and all that, and they go, oh, darn it, I left it at home. And I would just cry inside because now I know there's 19 minutes of them doing that. So thrilled to have you guys as a sponsor. When someone texts in this number, text COMM to 215-543-6454, what's the onboarding process like?
So onboarding process, as I said, that we just take all your documentation, all your paperwork, your consent forms, your intake form, medical history. If you don't have any forms, we have a library of forms you can choose from.
Oh, cool.
And it's been legally reviewed. So you can choose one of those forms and use it for your office. And it takes us about 2 weeks for us to digitize you.
Got so excited about forms somehow. This is what happens when you get passionate about what you do. He's frozen in excitement, but I want to share is that this has been something for me as a practice owner that's been incredibly challenging. So you can reach out to M-Consent, an awesome key resource and sponsor. Text COMM to 215-543-6454. So I'm ready for our next guest here. So we've had all of this talk here on Talking Nachos about business, systems, important. But let's go to what you like, clinical dentistry. My awesome friend, Dr. Aaron Nicholas, Monday Morning Dentistry. Share with us, what do you do, Aaron, with Monday Morning Dentistry?
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Monday Morning Dentistry came about because of my own PTSD from my first 2 years in practice, where I was trying to go out and get some CE to help me expand my my suite of services. And some courses I went to, at the end of the course, I had no usable information. I couldn't come back and implement it. And so I always promised myself that if and when I started teaching anything, it would be usable Monday morning. And so that's why it's Monday Morning Dentistry. On the site, we have some courses that are streaming courses. We also do hands-on courses. Probably one of the more popular ones is the 1 hour molar root canal buildup and crown course, which came about because I had a bunch of friends who were sending out their molar root canals and complaining they didn't have enough production. I'm like, stop sending that stuff out. And they were saying it's too hard.
That. I want you guys to bring up Aaron's text code. I love what he does. I got a chance to see you in Arizona. And what I want to share, and some of the problems with CE, and it's not always intentional, would be like an NBA player showing dentists how they dunk, and they don't even know how to do a layup. So it becomes part irresponsible and then also part demoralizing. Because if you take that CE and you go, well, I can never do it like that. So I love that you're giving practical information for real world dentists. You focused on this root canal buildup crown, which I think is awesome. It's a fundamental part. Why have you focused so much on that procedure?
A lot of that was because I had friends who were sending it out the door. And it's like I had always done it because I sort of had to always do it because I was trying to build a practice. And I just got it down to where I have it streamlined. And when you say to somebody, I can do this in an hour of doctor time, they're always like, there's no way. It takes me two visits, and they're 2 hours of each visit.
Skeptical dentist, Aaron, I do not believe you. I mean, I only work with 40,000. They are the most positive, open-minded, can-do. I'm just joking. If you go out when it's sunny, they say it rain. So basically, you took these skeptical dentists, and once they take this course, are they able to really embrace how efficient they can be with this?
So we actually have an ROI challenge on the course so that when you reach return on your investment of the course, you send me a text with a picture of your root canal and I'll send you a gift. So the fastest ROI so far has been Monday morning at 7 a.m. Actually, it was 9 a.m. The emergency patient came in and this doc did a 4-rooted second molar root canal on number 15. and sent it to me by 9 o'clock. And her owning doc sent me the same picture and said, look what she did. She didn't even want to come to the course, but agreed to go as a favor to me. And she did this while taking care of her regular patient load.
I love that. You know, I was just talking to someone at lunch yesterday, and I believe that this is a magical time in dentistry. You know, hopefully Dental Nachos is part of the solution of getting dentists to be a little bit kinder, a little bit, show each other more grace, because for a long time, only oral surgeons could place implants. And then it was only periodontists. And now some of these specialists are realizing some of these general dentists are very good at doing this thing, even though they're not specialists. And I love that you are putting the tools in people's hands, because with endo, sometimes you can't get someone to a referral. Sometimes they're not near you. Sometimes you need to help someone right away. And I just think the fact that people can learn this in a fun way, I know you do a variety of ways to teach them. How can they learn from you? There's online, I mean, there's hands-on courses. Is there anything digital? Tell us a little bit more about the details.
So there's courses online. If you go to the Monday Morning Dentistry website, there are both paid courses and free trainings on that website. We also started doing a 90-day clinical accelerator, which is a twice-a-week meeting online with younger docs and taking them through all the different disciplines of dentistry, trying to cut out all the extraneous stuff and get them to be really efficient doing the different things. And even things like, how do I get in and out of a hygiene exam quickly without spending a bunch of time and still present and still get case acceptance?
That's a super useful skill, because you've been a dentist for 40 years, and it's always difficult to extract yourself from the conversation sometimes. So I think that's really, really key. I mean, this is what we need more of. I know what I say about dental school at times. I know dental school has a tough job, but it doesn't mean they can't do better. But they're not leaving a lot of our newest grads with the skills they need to survive. And you don't magically pick them up, by accident. You could be 10 years into your career. Is this something someone could take 10 years into their career, 15 years, 5 years? When is the best time to go to one of these courses?
I mean, for me, I would think what I'm trying to do is to fold time for newer docs. So in the first 10 years of your career, I can probably start to save you a bunch of time. By the end of the 10th year, hopefully you figured this out, but in that first 10 years, I for sure can move you along a lot faster than having to make all the trial and error by yourself.
I love that. This is what you said before, is as practice owners like me, it's a golden opportunity to support your associate in this. Your next course coming up, is it in Maryland where you're having it?
Right. The next one's in Maryland on September 16th. And there is a discount for Nachos fans.
Our dentist people, we love a deal. Regular people like a deal. Dentists really love a deal. They'd like it to be free on it. They'd like you to pay them to come there. But, I always say dentists, they don't want any discounts on their crown preps, but on their cotton rolls, they want discounts. But give the people what they want. So you can text Monday to 215-543-6454. You've been on Dental Nacho Flicks sharing your stuff. You're so generous what you share online. Love having you have a sponsor. And I'm thrilled that you are going to be the other person who's going from the screen to the beer garden tonight, right?
Yep. I'll be seeing you this evening.
Awesome, Aaron. Thanks so much for being here.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
So what an awesome show. So many different toppings. Nacho team, just bring up our text Travis code. People on the show are going to be here like the awesome Dr. Christian. Come hang out with us in Philadelphia this fall. Text Travis to 215-543-6454 to join us for the Dental Nachos Fall CE Conference. Thanks, guys.